And welcome back. Now a sure sign that we're heading into the summer season. Crowds flocking to area beaches, including Jones Beach for the big Memorial Day holiday last week, considered the unofficial kickoff to summer. The milder weather cooperated, bringing lots of folks out looking to enjoy some surf and sand.
It feels great. It was a very rough winter.
Finally, the sun's out.
And how does that feel?
Amazing.
And some, the air show, of course, a big popular attraction, but there are some other major attractions that will be returning this summer season at state parks and beaches that we're going to talk about right now. Joining us to help explain what we're talking about and what we can look forward to is George Gorman. He is head of the state parks on Long Island, and welcome to the show, George.
Thank you, Richard, for having me.
You know, first off, we saw the video there of last week, Memorial Day holiday crowds. How big were the crowds?
We saw, all totaled over the Saturday and Sunday of the Memorial Day weekend, approximately 317,000 people view the air show, and that's a great number. We don't want to get too much above that because the crowds are then too big. But it worked out very well. Saturday was a little light because of the forecast, but Sunday we were very, very busy.
You know, the logistics of that, a lot of people probably think that, you know, the military handles it or something, but you have to get involved in figuring that out, right?
It's all state park staff. Between the staff at Jones Beach, the staff at our regional headquarters that really, we book the performers. We negotiate with all the performers. We ask the military to provide the performance jet team, and this year, as you know, the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. And we come into an agreement with an air boss that takes care of the airspace, an air show announcer, all sorts of things. That's all completed by state park staff, and the law enforcement logistics are coordinated by the New York State Park Police.
And you got to hire a lot of people, too, for the summer season.
Well, that's the beautiful thing of having the air show on Memorial Day weekend is that we're gearing up. Memorial Day weekend traditionally had not been that busy because the weather's still cool.
Right.
The water temperature's in the mid-50s usually. So it was a good weekend. We're hiring. We're getting our lifeguards on board. We're getting our summer staff on board. And we're not overly crowded. So that's why the Memorial Day weekend has worked out very well.
And it's all just beginning.
It's all just beginning.
Here we got 4th of July coming up in a few weeks, and what's back? Right. The fireworks. Tell us about that.
Yep, Governor Cuomo announced that we are having the July 4th fireworks program again at Jones Beach State Park. Astoria Bank has come aboard as the title sponsor, so it's a great program. We've missed it for the many years we have not seen it, you know, due to the great recession that was cut.
And now some budget cuts.
It was basically a budget cut. Yeah. So we have the staffing, we have the resources, so we're bringing it back, and it should be great.
Well, we're looking forward to some good weather. We've had a cold, rough winter.
Yeah, the winter people have told us right away at the air show, the first day, as I said earlier, was a little bit cool, but people were coming down no matter what. They wanted to get out of the house, they wanted to enjoy the sun, and they wanted to get into the water.
Speaking of that, did we suffer any major erosion issues from this past winter?
No, we had a very rough and snowy, cold winter, but the erosion was not too bad. We're always concerned about Robert Moses, the East End, Fire Island, field number 5, and we had some erosion, but we've also seen it bring back naturally this spring, so we're fine for the summer. There's no issues with people not being able to put blankets where they want to on the sand. We're good.
And at Jones Beach, over this past winter and fall and into the early spring, we saw a number of improvements.
Right.
Talk about what was changed there, and there's still more to come, right?
Again, Governor Cuomo has directed $65 million to rebuild and redesign Jones Beach, and we're in probably the second year of that. And what we just did was reopen the Field 6 bathrooms, the comfort stations, because it was overwhelmed. It's our most crowded field at Jones Beach, long lines. So we increase the capacity. We also are right now going through the reconstruction of the food and beverage area as well as the West Bathhouse food and beverage area so that will be improved. And then we're going to rebuild and repoint and redo all of the exterior of a number of buildings and make it so that we're ready for the next 86 years because Jones Beach is 86 years old.
Happy birthday. And so what will be different about the food court? Because there's the temporary food court now, right?
Right. Right now we have a couple of temporary areas in front of Field 6, the West Bathhouse. There's also the East Mall site, which is a little bit more diverse in that they have this year burritos and some other specialty foods right there. But it's all temporary. We're probably going to see the start to the actual healthy options, the expanded menus next year when those facilities are rebuilt. This year is the last year of the contract for the food and beverage operator. So next year we'll have a brand new one or the same one in with new ideas so that we will have expanded menus and expanded opportunities.
You know, equally popular are the campgrounds.
Right.
And there have been problems in the past with West Nile virus and the mosquitoes, and some portions had to be closed down. Where does that all stand now?
Well, Heckscher State Park has been the park that we've had to close down because of West Nile. We have not opened it up in the last few years. Hither Hill State Park, which is in Montauk, which is a campground right on the Atlantic Ocean, it is filled to capacity every day during the summer. It's very, very popular. Then the second campground we have is Wildwood State Park, which is on the North Shore, again on the Long Island Sound, so water. So that's very popular. But there have been no issues with West Nile at those locations.
Well, that's good news, and we're all ready to go camping and grab our bathing suits. George Gorman with the New York State Parks Department talking about what's ahead this summer. Thank you so much.
And we want everybody to come and enjoy after the rough summer, winter.
Yeah, we're going to do that, George. Thank you so much.